You should be able to see the screen right now. And let's read this question. Give your answers in the chat box. People in the YouTube, you can give your messages in the chat box. See what answers you have. Okay, you can start giving your answers. I would expect everyone to try your attempt. Don't worry whether it's a right answer or wrong answer. Give it a try. Okay, what are the alphabets I'm getting here? So you have to go with the answers A, B, C, or D. I'm seeing alphabets of B. B goes majority. Then comes A. I do have from YouTube answers going by D. So I have three alphabets, which means the C goes out. Okay, before you go to the answers, let's do the usual process, what we do in the preparation part, how to answer a question. The main trick part in answering the question is imagining this a situation. Yeah, you have to read the keyword. No one says you should stop that. You have to do that. And there is a term called a PMI mindset. Yeah, it is also a good term. But let's be understanding the situation from the perspective where it is happening. And we are working towards a project which have to be successful. Because in the world, we have at least 75% of projects are failing. So if you want to be a successful project, what can be the best approach? That's what you have to do now. Now, what is this situation happening? Before I jump on to ask a situation, I will ask any one of you to tell me, what is one keyword or a sentence which you feel interesting in this question? You like this term. Okay, that's interesting one here. What is the interesting
Major
one?
restructuring.
Restructuring. Okay. Is it possible a project can go for restructuring? A project is undergoing the major restructuring, which means you're going to work out on something. You redraft your plan, something you're doing there. Okay, that's an interesting word. Any other interesting word? New PM. Okay, Kapila says new PM. Is it a new PM risk to the project? May not. Okay, one is a new PM. What is next? What are the keywords?
Assessment report.
Restructuring.
Assessment report.
Assessment report. What is assessment report? If someone knows about it, what is assessment report? What it is? Any wild thought? It can be anything. Or look from this perspective. Who is doing this assessment report?
Project sponsor.
Sponsor
Sponsor approves.
Okay.
Isn't it? I don't think sponsor does it, right?
The
Sponsor is
existing project manager is prepared the assessment report.
maybe, right? Or a business person can do. Can we say assessment report can be talk about the business validity? Still, the scope is feasible, doable, because you're relooking at your project, restructuring it. Imagine now, let's put a situation here. There is a massive construction work going to happen for a particular college. Let's say there's a big college, university is happening, and there a big construction was going to happen. Now, a major restructuring is happening on the project. They're re-looking at it and assessing the project. Is it doable, validity, scope of it, budget of it, something they're doing there. And that has been approved by the sponsor. There we stand. Now I'm going to ask the main question. What is the problem in this scenario? What's the problem? Is it anything a blocker? Is it something, a situation? What is happening here?
Situation has arisen.
Arised, okay. But is it any showstopper here because of the situation? Mhm.
Many issues have discovered, and they have to fix the issues. They have to relook at the issues.
Possibly. Okay. Okay, nice to know that. So confirm that the short-term actions, scope of changes required to address many project issues. Very good. There are situations like this. If I said there is a university campus or a complex where they're restructuring the project plan and they are assessing, and the assessment report has been approved, the main criteria here is a new project manager has come in. Okay, nice. Now the question is, what should the new project manager do next step? When I say next step, after this approval of assessment report, what can be next step? Can we say that's a ask in this question? Is it the ask in the question? Or you feel different view? Is it the ask?
Yes, Shri, that is the ask. Yeah.
That's
So
ask.
if the new project manager, what will be his next step to take action on the issues which he has discovered based
Okay.
upon the assessment report?
Okay. Got it. First main thing in exam question is you have to understand who is being targeted in this question. I think it's very clearly evident in the last line. The new project manager is targeted. First, you should know the targeting person. That's very important in a question. It is not always the project manager can be targeted. Who else can be targeted in a question apart from project manager?
Project team.
Team can be targeted. Very good. Second one. What else? Third one.
Product owner, sponsor.
A sponsor can be targeted. A business person or a product owner can be targeted. Very good. Four. Anything more?
A scenario, maybe.
A situation can be there. Okay, something happening. Can I say situation on the
Situation.
project itself getting targeted?
Yes.
Whether the project will be success or a failure. Can I say project being targeted? Possible, right? If somebody says a CPI is like this, SPI is like this, I think they're targeting the project itself. Very good. So now, in exam, which questions will be very much high? Is it on the project targeted, project manager targeted, team targeted? Which kind of questions will be higher?
Project manager.
Project manager will be majority. If a project manager is a majority, do you think we should be very much clear on the roles and responsibilities of a project manager? Should we be clear on that?
Yes, sir.
Should be clear, right? Can I think from the job where I'm working in my company, and is that sufficient? Or I should read the international model or international standards for project manager. Which one I have to do? Is it my job is enough or international model is enough? Needed.
No,
So
sir.
both are needed, and primarily international standards are needed. Now, where I'm going is there are many people don't take time to read this manager role properly. And they go and sit in exam hall and they say, somehow I'll get out of two answers, one answer correct. That will not work. And you will constantly do the same mistake again and again. The reason is there is no clarity of what a manager are doing in the international market. We may think from the job where we are working, maybe your job is really good, it covered, happy. What if your job is not a real project manager job? There is a role given to your project manager, but what if we are not doing it really? And we may be blindfolded, you'll be in trouble, you'll be in a problem. So this is well explained in Pimbok book, Rita book, or just go to Google, type project managers roles and responsibilities from project management perspective. I'm sure there are a few paragraphs, read it a couple of times, you'll be super strong. Now come back to the point. The point here is, what should this person has to do when there is an assessment report which is approved by the sponsor and there is a situation which the manager has to handle it. Now let's go for the answers. In the answers, we have to use something called elimination technique. Can you help me? Any one or two answer doesn't make sense at all.
C and D.
See, what is a word in the answer C makes you to say that it doesn't make sense?
Do nothing.
Do nothing.
Oh my God, we are getting salary, man. We have to do something. Is this true? So do nothing is a negative term, right? Doesn't look a good one. Okay, then we'll pull it out. What are the other answer we heard?
D.
D. What is the key? What is the interesting thing in the answer D? I believe this. Wait for the sponsor to decide. I don't think this is going to help us, right? It's going to be kill our time. So D goes away and we have C goes away. It looks better to pull a 2 out. Now comes the 2 answers. When in exam hall, if you feel the 2 answers are here, recommendation is, if a small question is there, I would recommend to read the question again one more time. Now you have 2 answers. Now read the question again. Chances are your brain can process an answer much more better. Now the ask here is, what should the new project manager do next? After what? After getting this assessment report, after getting the project issues details. Now out of A and B, I have 2 set of people here. One set of people says A is a good answer. One set of people says B is a good answer. We cannot say one is wrong, one is right, but we have to listen to the justification. We'll go with the A first. I'm seeing some names here. Pritham, you want to say why you thought A is a good answer? I see your name here with the A.
Because you see, sponsor has already approved the assessment report. That means the assessment report is done.
Okay,
right.
nice.
So
That's
assessment report done means you have reached up to certain level of conclusion that how the project should be framed or restructured. That means the initial groundwork is already completed, and and there is another word he has used, and confirmed the short-term actions and scope of changes.
Confirmed. Okay.
He has also confirmed some short-term action, may not be long-term action, but the short-term action up to that stage, the confirmation is available. So with these data or whatever it is information available, what should the new project manager do? His job is to update the chart, risks, communications, maybe modify the charter also to some extent, and stakeholder engagement.
Okay. I got your point. Listen your point. Let me ask you one question on this. The question is, what should the new manager do next? So what I'm hearing is, hey guys, report is approved. It is confirmed that there is a scope change. Go and do it. And this is related to some of the issues. So what I'm hearing from Pritham is, take action. I think that makes sense, right? Take action. Take action is nice. But I'm having a little bit doubt here to ask, when the project manager has to go, why they have to update the organization chart? Why they have to do risk checking? Why they have to do communication or engagement plans? Why this specifically done? Why not you don't?
Because the risks which you have jotted earlier, the nature of the risks may change, the number of risks may increase, the type of risk may change.
Okay.
There could be some additions and deletions, because restructuring to what extent it is being restructured, that is not clear, no?
Okay, I hear your point. I hear your point. Why not we are not touching any of the 6 constraints here? Maybe accept risk. When you want to make a change, when you want to confirm it, don't you touch those things if you really want to make a change? Why don't we consider this? Directly we went towards some other thing. Is it good? Is it for good or is it for bad?
No, it is for good.
For good, huh? Okay, fine. Anyway, I'll stop there. I just listening the different points and different views. If it is A, that's a point we are hearing here. Let me go with the one other option, B. We listen from B also. I'm seeing Sham Sundar name with the B. Sham, you want to talk about B? I'm just pulling you.
Yeah. So why I selected B is Shri, because so the project assessment report would have been done by a smaller group of people. Or being a business people, it might have done by a smaller group of people, and all the stakeholders might not be aware of what has been done on the assessment. So it is good to share it with the project team and stakeholders and get them aligned. So that's why I thought B would be the best option.
Okay. In your explanation, I'm hearing a word called alignment.
Right.
Okay. Now let me put some point here. Do anyone realized in our corporates sometimes, not the majority of the times, conflict arises between the team when there is a lack of clarity of what was planned, what has to be done? Do anyone recognize that it happens in corporates? Conflicts in the way we do, conflicts in the way you proceed towards because of misalignment between what was planned, what was a strategy, and where we are. So I'm hearing the word alignment, but somebody can question you, Sham.
Okay.
It's a report. Anyone can read
Right.
the report. Why a manager has to do this? Can't they go and read the report on their own?
They can read the report, but it says ensure their support, right? So there might be some difference of opinion on the assessment report for certain stakeholders.
Okay.
They might disagree, or they might have some difference of not
No,
disagree.
see,
They might have some difference of opinion.
I will interfere one small thing. Yes, what you are telling is okay, but here we have to do some little brainstorming that when the initial assessment report and short-term actions have been, farmed up, it has been done with the team. It may be that 100% clarity is not there because it is a complicated situation of restructuring a project. Okay, progressively maybe it will be elaborated. The complications will further develop when you further study. It is not possible to complete the entire scenario in one go. Okay, so at least whatever is available and firmed up, with that you have to update and go ahead. Otherwise, you will go into R&D mode and it will never end.
Okay. Preetham, do you look like, is it a forcing people? Not on
No, not
collaborating
at
or
all.
look like you're forcing at them?
No. It is not a forcing. Why? Because the assessment report, it is being prepared with the team now. So the storming, norming, and brainstorming already has been completed during the team's meeting. There
Shyam,
were conflicts.
Preetham,
The conflict
Shyam,
is also resolved.
good one, Preetham. But I think you heard from Shyam, when this kind of assessment report happens, I think at least we may be aware that when they say assessment, it is about a validity of the project, benefit of the project, a business case study. I don't think we involve the whole stakeholders for that. I think Shyam was pointing out key stakeholders we involve. When you do a study about ROI, I don't think you call the whole organization. You will call only the set of people who can talk about it.
Right.
And also, that is one gray area, okay? Another area where Shyam was pointing out is the ensure. Ensure is a very important thing in the year 2024. I like the way what you're saying. It's a never-ending discussion. Yes, we could have discussed this in 1950, 1970, but not in 2024. If we do that, if there is no buy-in from the team, how we will able to implement it? You may update the documents, nice. Done with the document process completed, but the action is a failure because the key stakeholders like a PMO architect, designers, my vendors, my contractors, they are not really sure why this assessment has happened, why this assessment is important. They may question me back, my project is running, already 7 months we're inside the project. Now, in between, why you guys are doing assessment? Now, someone has to explain it. Hey, there is a new initiative coming up. When we do this, there is a benefit going to be there. Or our sponsor feels that they have to cut the cost. So they are cutting some of the requirements. They want to make some changes on that. And there should be a buy-in discussion. I think that's what I'm hearing from Sham. Is that correct, Sham? That's what you wanted to say?
Yes, yes.
But you see, the question reads, what should the new project manager do? Now that means the new project manager has not been recruited yet, right? So he doesn't know because they are telling, which includes recruiting a new project manager. That means new project manager is not recruited. So the old project manager, his team and the sponsor and other stakeholder, they are doing the brainstorming. So if you ask me what should the new project manager do after the recruitment when he's joining the office, by that time everything should be ready. Na?
I like that, Preetham, the way you look into things. Nice. Okay, great. Let's go for the answer because we'll talk more questions. But Preetham, answer to you, A and B looks interesting. But if you feel new project manager is not recruited, and for new project manager, B is a toughest answer, A will be the craziest answer in his life if this guy is new. When you're not even able to speak in answer B, you're expecting him to do A once you recruited. That will be most toughest job for him where he can resign on the first day. So I would say let's
Yeah,
not think.
because my doubt was they are telling which includes recruiting a new project manager. It itself implies that new project manager is to be recruited, but it is not.
Yeah, maybe that's not
So,
a clarity here, but still that's not going to hinder now. But point here is a person coming in, what should they do? That's a point. It's not
Shri,
about recruited. Yes, Kapila.
Shri, just one thing I felt in addition to the B point is that since the project manager is new, he will also not know many things, but the other study team members are old, so they may know the project better than the new project manager, and that could also help. So that is the reason why he should first discuss things with the team, and of course, it will be followed by updating the documents.
Yeah, possible. But again, we can also go for the benefit of what Preetham says. What if they're not recruited? Two ways we can see recruited, not recruited. But anyway, we are halfway through. I don't think when they do restructuring, if it is in restructuring, project managers are needed. None of the organizations start halfway they recruit the manager. Those all fall under the category called failure projects. We are talking about the successful project. A successful project thinks in a better way. When I want to restructure it and I want to bring a new manager should be in the beginning itself. And only things can move forward. And if you go in that direction. But still, what if what Preetham says is correct? Is the person is not available? And even the person comes in, now I go with the Kapila's point, they have to talk about it. But still, if I put a new manager here, that guy will commit suicide next day. Man, what are you guys asking me to do? I don't know what to do here. Okay, keeping all the benefit now looks A and B bit tricky here. Let's see what's the answer. That's a good discussion, man. Comes with the B. Why we are inclining towards B? Let's see that part. Although the key stakeholders were part of the project assessment, the project manager should present the report details and project priorities established by the project sponsor. And we heard from the team here, key stakeholders can be there. But still, when you want to get a buy-in from other people, there should be a conversation. This way, the stakeholders will understand the reasons for the changes to be made.